24th of March was the first time that Wolcen saw the daylight at Steam. They released an alpha stage and it was able to be played by players from all around the world.
There is no giving up on family.
Throughout all those 5 years, many things changed. Some were meant to be supposed to be placed in the endgame and the current state we have right now. Some are totally gone. Today I'm gonna show you what actually changed in Wolcen. Was it a good choice or a bad choice? How the game did suffer? How did it change? And is it worth to be played at this moment? Are the promises we were just given fulfilled? Or they are not? This is the video straight from publishers, from Wolcen Studio, and this is gonna be describing all the cosmetic customizations and character changes. And Alex is right now showing us how we can change the body of our character. This feature did not make it to the end game, unfortunately. It's a small thing, but it pleases the eye, don't you agree? I would gladly be able to put those broad shoulders on my character and see those shoulder pads being bigger. I had a pleasure to participate in the alpha and the beta stage around 4 years ago, and I saw the game change a lot. So right now the most realistic thing that just strikes my eye is the environment. You see those beautiful waves and air affecting those flowers and vegetation, they move. There's water. You could affect the water with your electric spells, lightning spells, that you could create an area of effect, mass damage. It was like electrocuting mobs, keeping them in place and shocking them. Fire was extinguished by water. There is no water at this moment in the game. You could freeze the water as well, creating additional effects, slowing down bosses. That's how we killed the first boss in the first stage of the alpha game. And you could affect all the environment with everything. You could break trees. You could also stagger enemies. This is the stage of the game right now. Look at this grass. Yeah, it moves a bit, but it's not affected by character at all. And what if we grab some enemies? Nothing. Not really anything. Well, I've saw that scenario somewhere. I was a game named with an A, something about the song. I don't remember. That was such a long time ago and it was such a scam. Flag. National anthem, yeah, that's the name of that thing. It had same issues, like showing us more than it actually presented us with in the release stage, yeah? So, look at those enemies. They're not affected by the damage. Look at those mobs, they stagger. They stagger in places. The hit was so meaningful. It was so connecting with those mobs and enemies. You literally could feel that you were smashing through them. Look at him. He just got pounded so highly, so forcefully. Maybe I have a low graphic card. Let's see. I have very high everything. I don't have the new Nvidia RTX, but still the game runs smoothly. Motion blur, everything checked, and let's see if anything changes. Not really. Look at those molds. Those shadows, they're pixelated. I don't feel like this same engine is incorporated or the same textures. It had to be downgraded. It didn't even fade out, it just disappeared. Let's have a close look at the staggering as well. You know, that's the time when you hit an enemy or mob or something like that and he just, you know, doesn't stand straight on his legs because he got smashed very hard. That doesn't happen here. I don't feel the connection with my weapon and the enemy anymore. I just swing something in the air. They don't move. They don't stagger even a bit. This is like playing an old RuneScape or something like that. There's no animation when he is being hit. Nothing really changes. It's an unfeeling emotion. Yeah, we were supposed to have a housing like in Path of Exile, like a hideout or something like that. Small feature, but it pleases the eye as well, so why not have it? It's gone. Why is it gone? Maybe because this game is not multiplayer at all. It's just an advanced cooperative mode right now. You can't matchmake with anybody. let's listen to the devs. What did they have to say back those days? There is a community manager right now, and she will be answering the questions.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this first Q&A for Wolcen Studio. I am Jessica, your community manager, and I will answer your questions. The first question you've asked is, what endgame content is planned? One of our main focus is replayability. We have plans for the release, for post-release as well, for solo and multiplayer.
Ah, multiplayer. Okay, alright.
Although it's too soon to elaborate on the details, we will have an advance.
I think the main detail is to enable the multiplayer and to actually be able to play with others, apart from adding them to friends and playing with them only in that mode. And also, replayability means that if your friend is out of your screen, there is no replayability. The game lags so much.
Adventure mode based on random objective and level generation.
Level generation. That's another amazing thing that I didn't see in the endgame, in the release state. Because, you know what? There is no level generation.
Today we are going to give you some details about this random level generation. Umbra's randomly generated level are based on a series of what we call level elements. These elements can be corridors, stairs or rooms placed next to each other according to their importance in the level. Level element placement next to each other creates a path in the level. A level is composed by a main path and various alternative ones. A simple XML file determines how much room, corridor and stair should spawn in the level.
The levels are all the same, you just start from the different parts. They all look the same.
New Game Plus, infinite dungeons, of course.
Right now, at this moment, there is only one thing which is infinite. It's the player's patience, or that once a week patch, because Wolcen Studio has an agreement with their providers being able to apply only one hotfix a week. Don't know why. Ever heard of something like that? Once a week update only? And if you mess up something, or the players are not able to log into the game like previously the bug with the Forge, you have to wait for a 1 week patch. It is infinite. It takes forever.
Will the game have crafting? If it will, which format will it have? Crafting is planned, but we want it to be a little more complex than what we...
I'll show you what's the crafting complexity and how does it look right now. How to craft in Wolcen. So this is the ring. Guess what is that modifier affix, force shield regeneration rate? Where did it come from? It came from using the Greater Arabian tier, which adds a new random magic effect when used on an item, and it will consume all socketed gems to guarantee a new magic effect whose power depends on the gem's level and whose type is chosen randomly among all types of gems on the item. So, Eternal Rabbi's power is adding rend damage to attacks, spells, bleeding ailment damage, rend resistance, material resistance, passive dodge, life on leech from rend damage, and bleed chance score when dealing rend damage. Does it say anything about the force shield rate? No, it doesn't. So why is there a force shield regeneration rate? I don't know. Let's give it another go. This is a very valuable crafting ingredient and I don't have many of them. So, thank God I have the rend damage now finally. How about we give it another go, since I know it can be fucked up. Okay, let's add an effect. Willpower regeneration. Where did it come from? Holy fuck. There are hidden affixes within the gems. Let's try again. Material damage. Aha. What about some more? Willpower regeneration. Material ailment chance score. One more. Okay. Lightning damage added to the spells. Oh my god, this is some real magic. I believe the developers in this game, they were directing Harry Potter, or maybe they worked with J.K. Rowling. This is some true magic. Alright, so this is the crafting in the end game right now. Let's see how was it meant to be.
Presented so far. We want crafting to be a
That's nice.
for
That's
item
really
crafting,
nice.
not something that replaces it.
Changing the
We also
blades.
want players to be able to improve their items and recycle them. We kept the idea to make crafting like a minigame inside Wolcen, but that's all we can share for the moment about crafting.
Yeah, so we trashed the entire idea and we presented players with mats that actually don't work and they just do random things. That's still fucking amazing.
Because it will not be in the first features.
Not even in the end features.
What's the developers' designers' view on trading and auction house? We're not opposed to any of these ideas. We want trading at first to be available between members of the same group, so this is going to happen. Regarding trading with players outside the group, it requires some thinking because we don't want to affect the game purpose or the game's economy by providing such options.
Alright. So how about we release the game with shitloads of bugs when we can abuse the juke tactics and basically reroll the vendor in order to get all the most powerful epics in the game. And what if we release the game with the option to actually duplicate items, gems and orbs, the endgame orbs to craft items, and it will not affect the economy. You know how much is the trial belt right now? It's not in gold. It's not in affinity, not even in mats. People just want to sell it for money, for real money, like $10, $50, whatever you can find. They just want to sell it for money because, you know what? You know why? Because the economy is fucked at this moment.
So we still have to consider it and think about it.
That would be nice to be done before.
Question number 6. Hey guys, do you plan to create a...
But don't take me as an asshole. I believe that if they release a season after some time, if it fixes and, you know, adjusting to the current environment, that would be possible to actually bring back the economy to its state as it should be.
lot of unique items that effectively affect or synergize with skills like a bow adding projectiles, a hammer with chance to proc thunderstrike on hit, and so on. We noticed that Shagad's obsession was quite successful during the technical beta, and we want more items like this one. What we don't want is an item to affect only one skill, so like Shagad's obsession, it will have to be useful. Shagad's obsession allows you to add 2 projectiles to your auto attack, 2 phantom blades.
The main issue with Unix at this moment is they're just completely useless in the endgame because all the legendaries that you craft or possess from the mobs and bosses are just more powerful because Unix do not scale their base damage or armor with the higher item level. So if you have like a Shagrid's Obsession, which would be bow level 1, and that would stay all the time through the end game. If you have like item level of Shagrid's Obsession 187, that damage level is still the same. So it needs adjusting because at this moment Unix are just purely unusable. There's only an endgame unique called the Trial and Frostwave Quillytook, which made it to the endgame because of their abilities.
How will the difficulty mode work? Any plans for different difficulties? There will be basic difficulty settings, easy, medium and hard, softcore and hardcore mode.
Oh, a hardcore mode, yeah? Yeah, you heard it?
We want you to have some challenging encounters during the game, challenging and rewarding encounters, so you stay alert when you play the game. There's
really no need for it. The only thing you need is to expeditions above 163. This is basically the end game. There's no need to strive for anything better. There is no better reward.
Regarding social interactions, we want to implement the chat and the matchmaking features.
Yeah, so if you really want to play with someone at this particular moment, you need to be on the Discord, and the Discord is toxic as hell. Personally, I was even banned because I offended one of the moderators, calling him basically unable to live and exist being because he recorded his screen with his cell phone. So his friend banned me for 7 days because of that.
Later.
And you cannot really actually chat with anybody in the game from outside of your friend list. There is no chat. There is no real chat, like, you know, region chat, global chat, crafting chat, trading chat, nothing like that.
Question number 10, which is your final question. Hey guys, a few weeks ago you mentioned Wolcen has potential for the next 10 years.
The population dropped by about 70% within first 2 weeks. 127,000. Yeah, 92, 66, 50, 49, 40, 45, 43, 41. More than 60% drop.
How is this even possible? Wolcen is a big world and is going to...
No, it's not. It's a small world. It's designed and closed. It's not an open world at any case, and it's not even designed by creating a random dungeons.
evolve in the next few years.
It will not, if that studio will not have a different approach to it.
We have a dedicated game writer for almost a year, for more than a year now, and he's already worked a lot on the lore. We've implemented it through gameplay already during the technical beta, through items and skills, so you can already learn about this.
By the way, this lady probably doesn't work at Wolcen anymore because there is a job offer for community manager if you want to apply. As I said, I don't lie. Quality assurance senior producer, community manager yesterday, customer support, senior render programmer, online programmer. Good luck. Guess why? We're so fucking toxic. We hate those people. No, not really. We just hate what we were promised with.
And there will be more interactions allowing you to know more about this game and this world.
There are many, many things that we can accuse Wolcen Studio of. We can accuse them of broken promises, promises that were not kept, bad gaming, bad programming, unstable game, desyncing from the game constantly, broken passives, nodes, skills, dupes, gold dupes, cheats, hacks. Basically, the game is broken in every absolute aspect. It's unplayable and it causes frustration. And even White Knights backed off from the Discord. There are nobody really defending this game anymore. But we cannot accuse one thing, which Wolcen did absolutely amazing. And they did it to the perfection. City of Prague Philharmonic Orchestra. That soundtrack, that music is absolute a masterpiece. I even bought it. Seriously, come on, Bandcamp. Oh yeah. That's a big thumbs up. You really did a good job in that aspect. Dialogues, music, I would say sound effects as well. They're right on top. There's nobody that can deny it. So, in this moment, I'm gonna be finishing my review. Leave your comments, what you think about this game. Will it perform better in the future? What will happen? Will the situation be same like Anthem, or maybe with No Man's Sky? Will it rise from the ashes, or will it just fall down completely and be forgotten? I'm quite broken about that. I really had high hopes. I've been supporting this game for like 4 years right now, and I got the alpha since ages ago, and I'm really unhappy what happened. As I said before, probably the money ran out and it had to be released in order to pick up the pace. Let's see, maybe next patch. From what I wish to the studio and its developers, if you're not legally obligated or you have any backups, use them, get a lawyer, get a better supporter. I don't know who provides the servers. Some people say Amazon, but I'm not sure. But if you are only able to apply one patch a week, your game will die, unfortunately. You need more constant updates, and first of all, which is the most important, you need to keep up with your community. You don't speak to your players. The only community manager Calistain is posting like once a week. I know the situation is hard right now, but if you don't keep any communication with your player base, they will forget about you and you will be gone, unfortunately. Thanks for the watching.